Many people are complaining about the Democratic superdelegates, believing them to be undemocratic. Alan Grayson made an online poll planning to give his superdelegate vote to whoever wins the online poll, which automatically means Bernie, as the younger generation owns the internet. But where did the idea of the superdelegates come from? Well, the idea came from the fact that popular primary voter candidates kept losing, and badly. In 1968, the Democratic Party wanted to end the backdoor, smoke-filled party boss room, so they changed the rules, creating primaries. The Democratic Party had pretty much had a winning streak minus Eisenhower for 30 years. After the change, George McGovern went on to lose so badly, he only won 2 states against Nixon, after McGovern was elected in the primary by a strong youth vote turnout. Jimmy Carter then beat Ford, but they lost again to Reagan. This weak popular candidate winning said to the party leaders that they needed to give some of the power back to the party leaders. They started at 16% of the delegates being superdelegates, but Mondale lost to Reagan even worse, winning only 1 state, so they bumped it to 20%. At this point, all Democratic members of Congress and governors are superdelegates de facto. All party commission members are superdelegates, and votes are given to the heads of each state party. The reason for this is all the congresspersons and governors have been elected. You elected them if you went to go vote. Just like how they get perks of getting to vote for laws or confirmation of cabinet posts, or the president gets to pick the Supreme Court, they were elected and therefore it is democratic, just that they were elected in the past. The difference is that it is a representative democracy and not a direct democracy. Every party in every other nation makes their own rules. It's just more noticeable here in the US because of the way the Constitution decided how the Electoral College works, which was written in hopes that political parties wouldn't evolve. It inadvertently mathematically ensured that only a 2-party system would survive, and it has been that way since Adams and Jefferson first ran against each other. If we had ranked choice voting, a system used by Ireland and Australia and Minneapolis, where you get to rank the candidates from first to last choice, and you don't feel like you're throwing away your vote or helping the guy you really hate by voting third party, it would allow multiple parties to thrive. The superdelegate issue then wouldn't even exist. What people don't get is that the superdelegates were for the most part elected by the people, members of government, and the other party leaders were elected by people actually active in the party. If you want to vote for party leaders, get involved in the party. Also, make sure you vote in midterms and you can vote for the superdelegates. If you didn't vote in any midterms, I'm sorry, you did not get to vote for those superdelegates. The superdelegate system isn't skewed, it just happens to favor people actually active in the party, on the ground fighting in the trenches, and not just the casual party member who just showed up to the primary when they happen to have a charismatic candidate they like. The 2-party system is what is skewed. If you're not active in the party, you don't get to complain about their selection any more than if you don't vote, you can't whine about your government. It is truly democratic, but only for people active in the party. The primary is not at all run or ruled by the government. It is purely organized and run by the people actively involved in the party. If there were chances of multiple parties winning, Bernie could easily run in a different party. The reason it feels unfair is because it is our 2-party system, not the superdelegate system, that's unfair. He is forced to run in one of only 2 parties and agree to their nomination rules, or he has no chance of winning at all. At the moment, the Republicans are probably really wishing they had a superdelegate system too, but it's too late to change those rules to prevent Donald Trump from being the Republican candidate this year.